On this episode of Secret Golf, we visit America's Dairyland and discover a true gem.
It is a destination that is just not believable. Some of the people that we brought here this week, they never thought they'd ever come to Wisconsin for anything.
Off the course, we partake in a local custom.
And then we have a Merlot Bellavitano. And then last, this is an Asiago. And this Asiago is aged 6 months.
And our Smackdown is on one of the country's best courses. And we find out who will be the big cheese.
Keep going, baby.
Keep going, baby. Keep going.
What are you doing?
Keep going. Go in the hole.
Is that all the way back there?
I think it went in, Steve. I think it went in.
Very close.
I certainly hope it did.
Secret Golf is rolling your way.
Oh!
It's Secret Golf.
That's what puts the curve on.
Family tradition. Waking up every morning, call my good time friends. Keeps me coming back for more. Secret Golf. We're headed down the road. We just love
Ellie,
it.
welcome.
Big show.
Still great sound, thank you.
Rolling till the wheels fall off. It's Secret Golf. Shh. It's a secret.
So I'm at the great Whistling Straits. This was a cornfield. This used to be flat. Everything you see has been put here.
Kohler, Wisconsin is a small village in Sheboygan County on the western shore of Lake Michigan. Originally called Riverside, the town was renamed Kohler in 1900 when the Kohler Company built its new factory there.
The village of Kohler is our home. We have great legacy here as kind of the cornerstone of who we are and our headquarters. It's a small place, but it's true to our values.
Starting with a cast iron water trough more than 130 years ago, the company now spans 6 continents with over 33,000 associates. And while it may be a golfing mecca today, that was never the original intent. Golf in Kohler was a result of customer comment cards.
It wasn't a grand vision from the beginning. It wasn't about that. My father knew very little about golf, and customers were coming to the American Club and they were seeking to golf. So we would ship them off to local courses. They filled out comment cards. He was reviewing those one day with his head of business development, who's a scratch golfer, and it said they wanted to golf. So we said, okay, how do we create a golf course?
The 4 courses at Black Wolf Run and Whistling Straits have hosted 6 major championships and will host the Ryder Cup in 2020. But the crown jewel of the golf portfolio is the Straits course at Whistling Straits. Built on a flat airfield, the course was crafted through the vision of Herb Kohler and Pete Dye, and 1,700 truckloads of sand.
It really was amazing what Mr. Kohler and Pete Dye were able to build. It was a military facility at one point. There was actually a runway that was on this property. So it was really almost dead flat land. So to be able to do that, it really takes a special talent. And because of that, what they've created now is one of the greatest golf courses in the country, if not the world.
I was amazed. I mean, Pete Dye, he's an amazing architect. He took a flat piece of land and was able to create everything you see behind me. And it's wonderful architecture. Herb is an amazing businessman. He's done so much for this community up here, built these 4 golf courses, 5-star hotels. It is a destination that is just not believable. So we are on the range here with the best weather on the best golf course, Whistling Straits, Wisconsin. And when I think of Wisconsin, I think of cheese. And I've got the cheese man here, Satori Cheese. Jim, thank you for being on our show.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here.
Michael's the head pro here at Whistling Straits, one of the best gigs around. And if we're lucky, we may even get to see the logo. He's going to meet us right here. Herb Kohler, the man himself, is going to come. That's him, isn't it?
Well, they say it isn't. They say it isn't.
I'm going to ask him straight up. So So as you guys know in our show, we're going to play the 3 holes, and we've chosen the 3 most dastardly holes here at Whistling Straits.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
16, 17, 18.
Yep.
What about the sheep? Where are the sheep?
The sheep are on the golf course. They just roam. Yeah, they're typically on the back 9.
Can we find them?
We can try.
We got to have fun today in the Smackdown, Whistling Straits style.
At every turn, the mystique of Whistling Straits leaves mirrored traces from our English neighbors to the east. And with the British Isles in mind, Herb Kohler and Pete Dye wanted visitors to be swept away by its natural terrain and unique wildlife.
You know, there is quite a bit of wildlife that you do see in and around the area. It's not uncommon to see deer, pheasant, foxes, wild turkeys, the sheep. So, you know, I think it gives the guests also a sense that you really are out in kind of a unique place.
Oh, look at the baby turkeys. I've never seen baby turkeys, ever. They're listening to me, but they're ignoring me, taking their children to eat breakfast.
I think all of Destination Kohler golf properties have really made themselves known throughout the world, but Whistling Straits is certainly the most iconic. It's this magical creation of Herb Kohler and Pete Dye, really out of a flat piece of land.
To a lot of us like me, it's a bit of an enigma. It's like, what's that doing here? You know, he's taken a flat piece of terrain and he's designed this relatively hilly course or roly-poly course with such interesting golf shots.
He's very much about testing the best players in the world, but being fair as well too to the everyday player. He really tries to make it very visually intimidating, gives them spots to hit it to, but draws their attention away either to Lake Michigan or to bunkers or to the berms.
The severity of the lies and the bunkers and the long grass is high. You know, it's really severe. So if you keep it in the middle of the fairway, if you keep it middle of the green, you're going to do just fine.
He's smart because he listened to his customers. He built this beautiful golf course, not only for his customers, but he built it for this community and tournament sites. When you come here, you really know you've been somewhere.